It's only getting sadder. Druski just got canceled. And this time, it's not on social media. It's way bigger. You're not going to believe what they got lined up for Druski. Something just happened to that man that nobody saw coming. And people are saying this could be the end of his career. It can be the end of everything he done built. He done overstepped his boundaries. Yeah, it's official, y'all. Druski is canceled. But the real question is, why is this going so far? What's going on behind the scenes? Is it something deeper? Is it something that they don't want us to know? I'm starting to think that it's bigger than Druski, and a lot of people are saying that it's a possibility that he might be a puppet. This is a Gore report. My boy Gage Gore hit me up with this news and let me know that this need to be talked about because this is going to affect the world at large. Not just black people, not just white people, not just foreigners, not just immigrants, but everybody in America. President Trump has encouraged. He put the battery in her back. She got the green light from the head of state. So that means that he with it. Whatever resources they could pull it together. If she need Nicki Minaj to ride, Nicki gonna ride. They got a bunch of new recruits. TLC working on that Druski remix. No, I don't want no Drew. It's over for him. And a lot of people looking forward to his downfall, but he got a lot of fans not understanding that it's a possibility that Druski been working for the elites the whole time. When people saw his grandfather, they was thinking, is he like us or no? It's a possibility Druski not like y'all. And I ain't gonna say us because I don't even know what us is in 2026. We all a bunch of Druskis running around here at the end of the day. I read this before. I gotta read it again because I need somebody to help it make sense for me before we get on with the broadcast. This the opening act. We waiting for more people to get in here, more people to hit the like button. I see y'all in the side chat over there. They coming in here. So we gonna run through this before we get into the deeper stuff. Because I'm telling y'all, this video is gonna get deeper and deeper. We getting into the presidency. We're gonna be talking about some political things. We're gonna be talking about agendas and why he would do, who put him up to this, who did his makeup, what type of production is this? They making it seem like he the CEO boss, he the one calling the shots. I'm pretty sure he got handlers. We about to dig into all that. You got black people talking about it on their podcast. We showing them love. The Karen and Hunter Show and Urban View Network. Y'all need to check them out. Hit the like, subscribe to them because we going to hear a little bit of what they got to say, if they don't mind. Also, we going to be going into this show here for clowning. Got hilarious Druski skits. We're going to be dealing with that too to see what's going on. And your boy, Officer Tatum. You know he had something to say about it. We're going to be breaking that down too. We're going to be getting into some of the things that made Druski go viral. And before I get into his wiki, so y'all can get an understanding that this is probably all propaganda, y'all need to look at this.
What's up, man?
What the fuck? Dude, like, come on, be real.
You came to get a drink, man, with the boys.
A fucking drink.
People thought Druski was playing with all that, but the truth of the matter is, that's how he was born and raised. He been doing this ever since he was a child, picking on black folks or whatnot. His own little minstrel show in his own house. Look at this, man. Y'all need to see this for what it is. That's your boy, but your boy might not be your boy. That's your man's, but your man's might not really be your man's. We fall for it all the time. I mean, homie was Tiger Woods coming up, but worse. It's people didn't have him on a golf course swinging the club, or they ain't have him playing ball like LBJ. They ain't have him boxing like Mike Tyson or nothing. They had different plans for Druski when he was a child. Drew Desabordes was born on September 12, 1994, in the District of Columbia, Maryland. I'm talking, that's where the White House, that's the District of Columbia, his own damn district. He was born there amongst the elites. He worse than 21 Savage when it comes to royalty. A commercial pilot who hold on, let's go back. He was born in the District of Columbia in Maryland to Cheryl Desbortes, a worker at the Department of State. So his mom's in the Pentagon while he in his crib that's shaped like a pentagon. And David McLean Desborn, a commercial pilot who previously served in the United States Air Force as a captain and in the National Guard as a major. Druski, did you tell your jokes today?
Yes, Papa.
Desbortes' interest in comedy. Get that. Druski's interest in comedy began after entertaining family members. His family introduced him to the genre as a child. As his parents watched popular comedians on television, such as Cedric the Entertainer and Dave Chappelle. So when he was just a wee little boy, they wanted him to get up there and crack some jokes, make them laugh. He became the clown of his family. I don't like a lot of things about him, but he sure makes me laugh. Yeah, you keep me smiling. He the modern day Bojangles, allegedly. That's what they saying in the news. They giving him the green light. I don't know this man personally.
What's
up, man?
What the fuck? Dude, like, come on, be real.
Just came to get a drink, man, with the boys.
Fucking drink.
He not like y'all, but worse. This is his claim to fame. So when you fast forward to now, and he got this going on, hey, she was already a victim once. That sympathy only lasts for so long. After a while, people be like, get over it. It's only so much crying you can do, especially when you getting paid from sympathy. Yo, I don't want to get too controversial, but we got to talk about this real fast. Look. Hold up. Gonna talk about this real fast while we getting people in here. We just waiting for the likes to come up and the subscribes to come up, and then we gonna dive even deeper. Y'all remember what happened to your boy, right? The dude that was on Ellen, T. Witch Boss, and his wife. And when he got taken out of the game, it was all about her. She took the money, she took the leg, whatever he had going on. Matter of fact, we're gonna have to go a little further. A little further. Y'all bear with me, because I'm just warming this thing up for y'all. It's gonna be good. What's the nigga name? Hold on. Y'all gotta see this, man. Your boy Most Def done did some most definitely things, or whatever the case is. He went from dating Jocelyn Hernandez, then he found himself his own little Amber Rose, or whatever the case is. And then he started dealing with them chicks that used to be on the Cosby Show, and but he's supposed to be a conscious brother, or whatever the case is. He was out there with Amy Winehouse back in the day. And the reason why I bring that up is because brothers going their own way. But it can be very dangerous when you do that. Rest in peace to him. And then I ain't talking about black or white. We're not talking about interracial dating. Because, people find who they love and love who they love. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about power and greed. So when it comes to what's going on with this situation, now you got Druski in the mix. And they talking about canceling him and all that. Now she about to have a white card and a black card. Because 90% of her fans and the people that's going to contribute to Druski's downfall is going to be African Americans, man. I seen it happen with Diddy. Diddy ain't had no beef with the black community. Diddy was trying to do something. He up there trying to be the modern day Dr. King, talking about black excellence and all this. Diddy ain't had no beef with the black community. Hell, Cassie ain't even the Nubian sister. And that don't make it a big difference, but the black community sure did ride on Diddy. If it wasn't for the black community, Diddy wouldn't even be in jail. So now that they got the green light on Druski, people waiting to see what the black community gonna do. And I got a feeling that the black community gonna go ham on Druski, especially when they find out he Tiger Woods or whatever the case. It's gonna be bad for Drew. Once people start to see that his most famous skit that got him put on was the frat bro skit. Des Bordes began posting comic skits and content on his Instagram account under the handle Druski Too Funny. In his early skits, he played a character named Kyle Roger, probably his own personal demon, a frat bro, a ruthless record label executive, and others. So let's break this down, man. Druski got all these connections. Mother in the Department of State, father in the Air Force as a major. Family put him on with comedy. Cedric the Entertainer, Dave Chappelle. Who's to say he ain't got no pull? He know people that know people. Not only do he got friends in higher places, but he got family in higher places. So when he went to school amongst the blacks in Gwinnett County or whatever, and he flunking out and falling off, maybe that was a part of the plan. Because at least make it seem like you tried, like Kanye West. Let me show y'all something real quick, man. It's only gonna take a second. Let me do this. This is trending amongst people that sell their souls or have an acquisition to sell their soul or to not want the public to know that they sold their souls. Back in the day, Snoop Dogg will let you know that he sold his soul. He ain't give a fuck. They had Ruthless Records, Death Row. Look. Check it out, man. Snoop Dogg let the world know, like, yeah, I was crippled. He got shot up, he's supposed to be in a wheelchair. He's supposed to be dead. The devil came to collect. He put it all in his music video. But if you try to do something like that nowadays, then it's going to be game over. The TV was so fuzzy back then, people ain't know what the fuck was going on. The TV was so blurry. You ain't know if that was Snoop Dogg or a real dog. They had a video with some dogs running, and then people thought it was Snoop. But they won't remaster this video in no 4K HD because y'all be looking at Snoop Dogg like he the Antichrist. Murder was the case. So what they do, they always have a story, a tragedy. I got shot 5 times. I got shot 9 times. Y'all got to see this. It's only going to take, and keep note of what I'm trying to tell y'all real quick. I'm just trying to relay a message, you heard? Y'all got to, and follow me on this.
I'm doing these out sales, so I said.
They trying to turn Mr. Tendenism into Tupac. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all, man. They trying to turn Mr. Tendenism into Tupac for the black community. They did it with Charleston White. They made Charleston White gangster. I don't know how that happened, but it happened and it's still working. Look at this.
They try to rob me. People try to rob me.
Yeah. So what happened to those people?
I ain't seen them since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know who they were?
No, I didn't. Yeah, 6 times. Don't get wet. If you put a raincoat on, though, you're not gonna get wet.
Can you share one of those experiences that broke you, that built you, ultimately built you?
Okay, getting shot 6 times. Yeah, that's one. It just built me.
Mr. Tendenism got shot 6 times. Now, when his mixtape dropping, the black community waiting. When that album coming out, you mean to tell me he got bomb ribs, macaroni and cheese, and he got a mixtape coming out? Move over, Boosie. It's tendonism time. So when it come to Druski and his story and his claim to fame, he ain't go to college. He dropped out like Kanye West. I had a knack for comedy. I had comedians out there that done all different types of work, all different types of things. You got comedians that been in the game for a long time. And here come Druski. And when it come to other celebrities, they got to move over. Lil Yachty, they got to move over. Druski's here. They never met this man a day in their life, but he on the Saturday music video. They didn't grow up. Hold on. Can y'all hear me out there? Because y'all talking about something wrong with the stream or whatever. I got to make sure everything all right. Because I've been keeping it too real. They've been they've been playing with my as you can see. I'm trying to say, and I ain't hating on Druski. I'm a fan. But people that got more notoriety than him got to move over, and he's in their presence, and don't nobody know how he got on with these people. He on podcasts, he on people's albums, he clicking with the rappers, Chris Brown, Lil Baby, Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa, a Boogie with a Hoodie, Chief Keef, G Hurt. He all over the place with this stuff. He had the Grammys, he had the Super Bowl. Nigga show up to when his album coming out. But this is all based off of comedy or whatever the case is. But it's a possibility that he's a plant. And that's all right, because he wouldn't be the only plant. But now they playing this game. They try to make him O.J. Simpson all over again. For all the political reasons. Look.
Wow, this is a good table. I like that table. You're doing well, right? Okay. I think you should sue him, but, I told her, you ought to sue somebody. They're so jealous of Erica. I said, you ought to sue their... I can say you're not allowed to say this. You have to be nicer. Sue their ass off. Anybody that doesn't want... Hello, darling. Wow, this is a good table. I like that table. You're doing well, right? Okay. I think you should sue him, but, I told her, you ought to sue somebody. They're so jealous.
Think about the fatherless generation. I'm talking about older people. You got people in their 50s fatherless. I never knew my father. My mother, she was a little loose back in the day. I never knew my father. You got men out there punching the wall. I don't know my dad. It's a bunch of fatherless people out there. There's people that know they fathers, but they father ain't worth a damn. So they in their feelings. And when you hear old Gray Abe, Donald Trump talk, people kind of perk up and listen to what he have to say. He's an elder statement. There's an elder statement or something like that. People want Trump to be their daddy. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So when he give the green light, whether it's subconsciously or unsubconsciously, people gonna go for it, especially when it's on Druski's ass. And why not? But Druski got a couple of tricks up his sleeves. His father might go full commando in his honor, or they will use this to an advantage and then flip the script and make Druski the next president of the United States. And he got a bright future, especially when you were part of the plan. Trump begs Erica Kirk to sue comedian for mocking MAGA. That's going to be big. It's going to get a lot of people on board. I know they like Joe's comedy hasn't been the same. Dave Chappelle ruined that. Everyone's seen what he did. It was disrespectful. It was nasty. It was disgusting. He should be canceled too. Yes, this could be the end of comedy. No more jokes, no more games. People on board for that, especially when the gas is $6 in some places. Ain't no more jokes, no more games. When eggs cost a ridiculous amount, you go to buy a bag of chips, you might as well pull up in the drive-thru. People ready for that no more jokes, no more games, because ain't a damn thing funny when the money is funny. So by her suing Druski, it's going to cast a dark cloud over all America to where comedy not comedy no more and ain't nothing funny about it. Prime example. Y'all need to see this. Oh my God, I don't even want to put this on the screen. Y'all remember when Lil Nas X came out and people thought he was kid friendly? It was like, oh, he got the Old Town Road. He do American music or whatever the case is. People was on board with that Lil Nas X. A young black boy looking like Eddie Murphy with Michael Jackson potential. People was willing to go down that Old Town road. But when they flipped the script and had him on some devil shit, had the devil blood in the sneakers, and he all about this evil people ain't know how to feel about that. It was hard to watch. That's like walking in on your grandmother doing something she ain't got no business doing. It caught people off guard. Like, how we don't already digested this sucker. Y'all already swallowed the pill. And then y'all found out the ingredients of the damn pill. But it was already too late. But at least he served the purpose in the process of all of the BS. For somebody's bank account. It may not have been yours, but somebody got paid off his nasty ass. So when it comes to Druski, y'all don't already swallowed the pill in the worst way. This how a lot of y'all took y'all first sip of Druski and you was with it. Look.
Pump your elbows over there.
What's up, man?
What the fuck? Dude, like, come on, be real.
Just came to get a drink, man, with the boys.
Fucking drink.
See, it takes something that's not supposed to be funny from a political standpoint. And once you grin, you in. Once you laugh, that's your ass. Once you partake and say this is good and you like the taste of it, then you already on board. And I believe that was the whole point of this man, for people to get on board with this ideology that's going on. It's a new world, everybody. America for the Americans at the end of the day. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but sometimes you got to get in where you fit in. His whole history is getting in where he fit in. But that's Negro here, no there. We got to move on because they got the green light on his ass, allegedly. Druski's viral whiteface skit isn't racism. It's satire that punches at power. Okay. That's what, now they woke with it. They want to be woke. Let's get woke. I want all y'all to wake up. I'm about to get real woke for y'all. And shout out to Gage Gore for hitting me with this report, man. I wouldn't even have known what was going on if homie ain't hit me up on Instagram and provide me with this information. And it's a lot of people out there, man. If you got some news, feel free to hit me up. But this brother right here, Gage Gore, top analyst when it comes to stuff like this. So shout out to him. But we got to move on. Because Druski is in the world of trouble, and we got to figure out how real is real. We about to get into this, and I want y'all to listen to this. This is a black podcast we're going to be listening to. Check this out.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there.
We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men.
Hold on, what type of production they got going on? I ain't know they was gonna come like that. This some Professor Griff, Nick Cannon they got going on over here. I ain't trying to get with this program. Before you know it, I'm gonna be out there selling bean pies. I see what they trying to do, but you got people all around trying to push this agenda like it's really going to be some type of race war, spark the revolution. They better cut that shit out. What they got going on, man? Let me find out the Black Panther Party back together. They willing to ride on Erica Kirk in the name of Druski? Prime example, y'all. Prime example. God damn. Y'all need to see this. Because when I seen it, I knew it was ridiculous. Stay tuned. I got y'all. Put that back on. Oh, man.
Will a new Black Panther appear?
I don't want to see that. Oh, no, they not working on the... Look, they working on the new Black Panther movie. They about to have the kids up in it. Black Panther 3, a new king. He a little boy with the ignorance. He with the shits, though. He gonna do it for Wakanda. In America, even though they from Wakanda. They're gonna take all the American resources and take it back to America. I mean, back to Africa, and y'all gonna be screaming, jumping up and down, talking about Wakanda forever. They gonna buy you the Source magazine, XXL magazine. They don't already bought Essence magazine. So they going on whatever they gonna buy BET and rename it to Wakanda Forever on the third Black Panther movie. But that ain't the point I'm trying to make. Look. Oh man, where them dudes at? Where they at? Cause there they go. Listen at this.
Go where you're needed. We don't need your help here.
Hold up.
I can hold my gun like this. It's the law. Philadelphia Crime Code 6108 says I can hold my long arm in my hand. Just can't have my finger on the trigger, but it's not. So don't ask me to do nothing that's against the law. Can I help you? I'm out here minding my business. I'm out here to control and watch you. Anything else? Because you guys like beating up our teenagers. Somebody sent us a video of y'all beating up a teenager.
Y'all, wasn't it?
Huh? It was y'all. So police officers, you part of that. You part of that. It was y'all. It was y'all. If you don't like to be labeled in with the slave catchers, you shouldn't have taken their home. Sell out. You are a sellout. You wearing this. You are a sellout.
It's a Druski, Al B. Shore look him up, hooker. Trying to make it seem like he with the peoples with a Black Panther jacket, talking to his frat brothers on the street. That's kind of funny that Druski made a skit talking about frat bros. And he got all them in line. He entertaining like he did when he was a little boy for his family. He the cool one. They can't get into the party. Druski, he at the party. He already in the club with the right people. He know where he stand. They trying to give him a pep talk. Listen at this, y'all. They trying to tell Druski to cool it down. Look.
No, dog, not a pie.
Like you just can't keep fighting around people. Dude, I was fucking terrified. It's all like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? Alright. We're good. I'm good. Sober.
Shit, Mr. Bojangles. I hear them heels clacking, brother. Now, for the peak of my own interest, I need to get into the definition of some of these things so I get a better understanding of what the hell going on. So, when you're a part of a fraternity, that means that you fraternize with people, right? Fraternize means to associate, socialize, or mingle in a friendly, brotherly, or often intimate manner. Oh, that explains a lot. The hazing and all that. You got to be open to the relationship. If you trying to, you join a fraternity, it is what it is. There will be perks. While sometimes innocent, it frequently implies building inappropriate relationships, such as with enemies or violating social professional boundaries, like in military, work, or school settings, often creating ethical, legal, or professional consequences. It can get messy, man. You fraternizing with people, you all in their faces, you laughing and shit. And you might have to follow a certain type of protocol. Next thing you know, you being sex trafficked for the sake of fraternizing. You want to be in the club, meeting people, shaking hands. You don't know who hand you shaking. And if you work in a toxic environment, or you go to school, or you got toxicity on your brain, you could fall into the darker side of things, unless you got a positive agenda and you ain't no weirdo and you ain't no freak. But if you want to get freaky, you can get freaky. Ask Diddy and everybody that been to his parties while they fraternizing or whatever. So Druski is a professional. He already in the club. He been fraternizing but he choose to serve a certain agenda, man. He telling her, don't you look.
Oh, Tober. Oh yeah, no, it's like she's legit my type. Like in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and like nothing but blonde hair, blue eyes. She's legit. Yeah. I was just thinking, like I didn't know for sure, but like. Yeah, they're like all some weird shit saying like you guys are scaring the girls or like.
He dangerous. Because you can do anything under the guise of comedy if your agenda is fucked up. Ask Pee Wee Herman. You can use comedy for a destructive tool, just like with fraternizing. It could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on where your head is at or how deep in the madness you are. Same thing with Lil Nas X. Same thing with motherfucking Pee Wee Herman. People thought he was kid friendly. Come to find out, not only did he spread the booty, but he put his tongue out while he was in the booty. He all up in them cheeks. Somebody thought it was funny, but when I see stuff like this, I think it's rather disgusting. But if you don't understand subliminals and things, then you just gonna think it's some happy face coming through a pillow or some shit. It looked like an ass from the other side. And and people thought this was kid friendly. But he ain't give a damn. He like, I got a 6-pack abs. When I go to Paris, they call me Fabio. I do this for work. In my private life, I do private jets. He was living the life in the 90s. He was getting a big check and doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do. On some Michael Jackson is the man during the Thriller era. That's how they was doing it in Hollywood. If MJ can get away with it, then God damn it. If that man could sell 10 million records and people don't see he's a damn freak, well, let me get out here and make me some money. That's what was going on. People will use any form of entertainment for their own personal agenda. So when it comes to Druski, he not like y'all. He not like y'all. He not like y'all. At least that's how I feel about it. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's Negro here, no there. Okay, I want to listen to a little bit of this. Hey, the phone line's open too. Let me make sure I get the phone number in the live chat real quick, just in case somebody want to call. But, you know, I'm going to ask you, are you living your life right? We got to establish that first, because people like to throw stones, and they ain't even got themselves together. So if you do call, let me put the number in. Good. You put that in the live chat. Pin it to the top, just in case we got a brave soul or somebody that got something to say about Druski. Okay, let's get back into this. Y'all listening? All right, here we go.
That is the second part is the voice of Druski, whose real name is Drew Desbordes or Desbordes. It's French, or Desbordes. He is an influencer and a comedian.
Did they say he French? Druski Creole like a motherfucker. Ain't no telling. He one of Beyonce kinds.
You know, he does comedic skits and stuff. Think of King Batch. Professionally, he's a college dropout who decided that he was going to do content, and he has done a lot of skits. The most recent one that made people mad.
So when they say he caught a break, it was sheer luck. He dropped out of college. He didn't know what he was going to do. He could have ended up flipping burgers. Oh, that's good. When people hear his story, oh, that ain't nothing but the Lord. Druski was blessed. And which he was, we all blessed. I never deny the blessing of God, but I'm saying that's a good ploy to get people to, you know, soften up to whatever shit you putting out.
In the church was he did one where he was lifted up in the air with the Louboutin, the red bottoms, because his feet are dipped in the blood of Jesus, and he made the evangelical, the black people really mad with that one. Yes. And so he's come back with a little skit. It's 1 minute where he talks about white conservative women. Right? He said, how conservative women in America act. And he comes out to the sparklers in the white suit, and he's dancing around. And he has captured, even though he never says her name, Erica Kirk to a T. But I feel like...
Oh, no. I'm going to shut up. Listen.
Like he's an amalgam of these women. And welcome back, by the way, to the hottest show in the galaxy. Is the Karen Hunter Show.
No doubt.
With Dr. Daniel Black. We're going to get into it, but I want to set the table, right? So, Turning Point's Erica Kirk, but he also looks like Sarah Huckabee Sanders. He also's giving us a little Caroline Levin.
See, that's the thing I want to talk about real quick, man. You got to have a menu of shit for people to sit down and dine. You gotta have that flavor and that seasoning that people willing to digest. In blackface. Y'all worried about him wearing a white face. What about the blackface that he been wearing? People not concerned about that part because people too busy laughing. And now is not the time to be laughing because ain't a damn thing funny. Let's get into this real quick. She mentioned the skit he did. All right, let's get into it.
I had somebody in the congregation ask why I'm wearing Christian Dior and Christian Louboutins. Because I'm a Christian and I walk in the blood of Jesus.
How many people it took to put that together for this man to do it? This is a production, y'all. Y'all make it seem like it's a one-man show. Y'all giving him all the glory like he Christ for pulling off this skit. Y'all make like he calling all the shots, like he a Diddy. Diddy wasn't even calling all the shots. Diddy had handlers, even though he presented himself like he was the boss and the CEO. He ain't own shit. He was just a puppet. Suge Knight wasn't even calling the shots. Birdman, none of them CEOs is calling the shots for their productions, man. They got handlers. They wouldn't know what to do. A lot of them dudes don't even know how to read. They dropped out of college and now he can put together all these productions and he ain't finished college. He wasn't motivated enough to get his degree, but he can put together all these elaborate skits by himself. Ain't nobody give him a break. He ain't got a team, a production of writers, people with agendas. He just put together the whole. What about the people in the crowd? Did they just catch them off the street? Or is they a part of a fraternity sorority situation that you can't get into because it's exclusive? How did he pull it off? People would say, well, stop hating and let that man be great. You sound like an old ass hater. Now people looking at my view count. People looking at my subscription count. Not that it matter. People looking at the likes. People looking at the comments. People sucking their teeth because I'm talking about Druski. He famous and you're not. Why would I? He's cool and you're not. They know that society ain't nothing but a big old high school. So he's the damn teacher's pet. Or the class clown or whatever you want to call it. And what do class clowns do? Distract the students from learning or focusing on what they need to be focusing on. Black people fell out with the church a long time ago, so a skit like this is perfect. This will give a person a reason to get fly and don't even have to go to church. Hey, should I pay tithes or save my money for the Louis Vuitton or Christian Dior perfume or belt? I'm trying to be the best Christian I could be, so I'm going to go out there and buy me some Christian and have me some red bottoms in the blood of Jesus. You got people willing to turn in their spirituality for materialism. That's incredible. A great marketing employee. I'm just saying. Look, run that back. Get it together. Put it back on.
I had somebody in the congregation ask why I'm wearing Christian Dior and Christian Louboutins. Because I'm a Christian and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. I'm a Christian first and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise.
Then they put the camera all up in his booty and everything. They got multiple agendas when it comes to this man. All the zesty daddies love him some Druski, boy. And I wonder why. Every time you see him, he got some coochie cutters on. And I ain't mad. If he could pull it off, then that's what he doing out here, boy. 90% of them dudes that's Hail Mary to Druski, when he do a skit and his gooch pressed against them hoochie daddy pants, then that's when they start hitting the like button. And that's all right. I ain't mad about it. I ain't saying it's wrong. If that's your get down, that's your get down. But Druski got it for you. They make sure them angles. Hey, it's a lot of brothers in the church that seen this skit. A lot of brothers in the choir done seen this skit and decided that they wanted to be Druski's #1 fan.
Give him some praise. I had somebody in the congregation.
Hey, man, it is what it is. We're going to move on a little bit. We're going to check out some other stuff. We're going to get back to that, but this is breaking my heart. Listen.
War is raging in Iran.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
how about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
It broke my heart. That is the
But why even joke about something like that? That's the sick part about it. You know, people losing their lives and stuff. That it's not time for a comedy sketch. But, you know, hey, we're going to see how far we can push this thing. And when Trump says, sue his ass, that get it. We're not the problem. It's people like Druski. Those people, they think that type of stuff is funny. And no one said it was funny. It's not a joke. It's not a skit. What happened to Charlie Kirk? It's not a game. Oh, why would he do something like that? They're sick. Something's wrong with him. We're going to cancel him. We're going to sue him. He got to go. We're not going to be able to do this. We're not going to tolerate it. People feel like they can do what they want to do. We got to balance the freedom of speech, maybe. I don't know. We're going to have to revisit this. This Druski guy is going too far. I've seen his skits. He was funny before, but this isn't. No, he's going too far. We're going to have to put him down. Yeah. Don't do that, Druski. We're going to show you. And you know, his family is like, yes, our son is a major pawn. And even if it's not an agenda or whatever, but he is a pawn in a bigger game, in the greater scheme of things. And I'm pretty sure that's what he always wanted to be. When they was giving him them prep talks, like, Druski, tone it down, bro. Just play your position, shake your ass, be goofy. That's all we need you to do. Man, hey, you gotta get in line somewhere, man. He found a nice little slot to be a token. His coin go right into the money machine. Cha-ching. He the token at the casino that just he ain't been able to miss until now. But I feel like this is gonna be the biggest cash in he ever cashed in with this bullshit they got going on for political purposes to influence the masses. Hey. That's the keys to the gates of heaven as far as finances go. Let me show y'all something. And I know people don't like, well, a lot of people do like. I'm going to focus on the people that like when I talk about stuff like this. So let me go ahead and talk about it. Y'all stay tuned. Here we go. Oh, man, it gets me every time. Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it better. I'm going to do it better than that. Y'all stay tuned. Because it got to make perfect sense. Yeah. Okay. All right. They had OJ in the Bronco. Like the Denver Broncos. The police calls was following him like he was going for the touchdown. Now, if you ever seen a car chase, you know the police all on your ass. He wasn't even going fast. They shut the expressway down just to put on the show. And there was fans on the expressway because they knew he was coming. They was waving. They had signs saying, "Go, OJ, go." And as he going down the expressway, the other side of the road is smooth. There ain't no trouble. It's a production as far as I could see. It's the same way Druski put a production together. This was a production. Because ain't no way it had to be 100 cop cars. Why is they following him? Like he leading them to somewhere when they could have easily got up on his ass. That Bronco do not go faster than any of them damn cop cars. And I'm talking about they was out there for hours. Long enough to get on the news, everybody's attention. They was driving for so damn long. If you was at school, your teacher wheeled in that cart with the TV on it, plugged that bitch up, and put the antenna on it. Remember that cart? And when you seen your teacher willing in the cart, you're like, oh, we about to watch a movie. They bust out the cookies and milk. Well, that's what happened in my lifetime. I don't know about yours, but when I was a child, when we seen the teacher wheeling out the cart, we like, oh, it's time to watch a Disney movie. Where the cookies, where the ice cream at? Matter of fact, let me clean up my desk. But when the teacher wheeled the cart out, she plugged it up so we could see what was going on with the OJ chase. It was a turning point in American history, man. The production went further. If it don't fit, you must have quit. It went on for years. They said it was the trial of the century. Johnny Cochran, the starring lawyer, and all that. Kim Kardashian daddy was a star lawyer. Hell, the Kardashians got their fame from the damn OJ trial. It paid off big for a lot of people. And people don't know about the glove or not, man. Hollywood, allegedly, from my standpoint, I could be wrong, but I can't see it no other way unless somebody explain me and show me my ignorance. As far as Druski go, y'all, we gonna have to wait and see. But we gonna get back to this real quick. Come on.
All right, that is the
Yeah, that's what they got him doing. If ain't nobody poked his butt, and they're gonna get around to it because they're gonna catch him slipping somewhere with this type of behavior he got going on. Yeah, he too good with this stuff. He all the way in character with it. He got all that. How far did it go? In them frat houses, man. I see the baby hairs. We would have thought that was the brat or somebody if it wasn't for the. And I ain't hating on him, man. You know, he well put together, a good brother as far as I could tell. I'm just questioning the agenda. I don't have no, I like Druski. I think he's hilarious. I'll watch his skits and actually laugh. I could see what's funny about it. That ain't hard to tell. He hilarious, man. But the pun is what I'm guessing now. The pun. Let's get into that real fast. Real fast. Hold on, put that back on. Now, after everything I said, let's consider the puns in all of this. Hold up. Get it together. It ain't my internet. Okay. What the hell? Look at this. I don't hear shit. Big black nigga. God damn. If that ain't cold-blooded, I don't know it. Why he called that man? Why he brought him out there to call him that? Y'all thought he was like us. But it ain't funny when you realize that he not like us, man. And he just called him a big... Look, hold on, run it back. Run that shit back. Look. Damn. Big black nigga. He said that shit with an ER. Big black gorilla nigga. He called him a big black gorilla nigga.
So what you do, man?
I be dancing.
No, that's true.
Oh man, it's cold-blooded, man. It's terrible, man. I could see it for what it is. Y'all can't see it for what. Hey, that's fine with me. Keep being entertained and enjoy it while you still got it, man. It ain't got to be that deep, people. I want y'all to enjoy life. I don't want to take the fun out of it. How long I been on here? Okay, I'm gonna get this we're gonna push it a little while longer. If we get a phone call, then we'll keep it going a little longer. But if not, I'ma holla at y'all on the next video. We got 10 minutes to rock. But damn, hey, take it how you like it. Some of y'all like y'all coffee straight. Some of y'all like creamer. Some of y'all like a lot of shit up in your coffee. If that's how you like it, I ain't trying to ruin it for you. I want you to have it your way. I don't want you to have it my way. You ain't got to see things the way I see things. That's why these are allegations, speculations for conversation and entertainment purposes. You know, I ain't trying to change the way you see it or how you feel about it. Because I want you to have your own opinion, as you should. And whatever floats your boat, what work for you may not work for me, or vice versa. So you got to do what works for you at the end of the day. And if you a Druski fan, I want you to continue being a Druski fan. But I'm trying to let y'all know that there's some things brewing, and they working this in all different types of directions while the masses are confused. Ain't no telling what's going on behind the scenes. And that's the whole point. Thank God for having a class, not just a class clown, but the America's class clown, especially when you got people in political offices speaking about this man. He just hit the jackpot. They might as well put him on the cover of Rolling Stone. Hold on, y'all. Yo. Hello. Who this is, man?
What's up? Good morning, Sean.
Good morning. So glad to have you calling in. Who this be?
This is your girl, Miss Lips.
Miss Lips is here, man. It's been a long time. I'm so glad you called in. Hey, I've been talking for a good little minute, so whatever's on your mind, we would love to hear it from you.
Yeah, I just want to speak for all comedians. Because I'm a comedian myself from Chicago, so we were all. And we don't have a union, so who the fuck he gonna sue? Who we gonna sue? We're independent contractors. Who we gonna sue?
See, Ms.
We
Lips,
need to sue him.
You may be an independent contractor, but the whole point of this stream, I'm trying to let people know that Druski is a part of a higher power, man. He fraternized with people in high places. He was born in the District of Maryland to parents that work at the damn Department of State, and father in the United States Air Force, a captain and a major in the damn National Guard. He's not your average. He ain't come up like how me and you may have came up. He came up with opportunities before he even came out the womb.
Yeah, he could be plugged, but at the end of the day, he's still a comedian. Do you know how powerful that is? For you to say you're a comedian, you make people laugh, you make people think, and he's also giving us intellectual content, which is something that is actual a fiction and non-fictional content. Now, he played that woman to the T because that's how she acts. He acts exactly like that pastor. That's how he acts. He acts like all them sorority boys in them suburbs. That's how they act. They act like fucking coons. He does exactly what he sees. And it's hard for people to do that type of content. He has a big budget. He got money. So he's able to do this. So as we are, I don't have a budget for that, but he has a budget for that. I think this is the dopest shit. There's not going to be another Druski.
Hey, man, I appreciate your fandom. And for the people out there listening, like this woman said, he got a big budget. So if you're going to invest into something, you want to do something that work for you, right? If your budget is good. Matter of fact, you're a comedian. So if you had Druski's budget and you had the opportunity to make a big splash with your style of comedy, with what you got going on up there in Chicago, would you invest into putting on whiteface? Would you invest into calling some big black dude or big black gorilla nigga? Would you invest into playing a fraternity brother that's racist towards black people? Would you invest, you personally, now Druski gonna do what he gonna do, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, but you personally, with your budget as a comedian, would you invest into those things?
No, but I'm a comedian, but I would invest in being a Dr. Lips because I have medical experience in a medical practice. I will make different skits about that practice because I'm aware of what they do, the cons and the pros, what happens in the medical facility. That's what I would do. That's what my brand is. That's my script. My script is Dr. Lips. Druski is Druski. You understand me? He's going what he sees. He's doing what he sees. Now he'd be like, "Oh, that's a perfect skit. Oh, we got a budget for that. We got people that can do the makeup." Can you imagine how many hours he was in makeup? Where do you think he get that from? He get that from Eddie Murphy. He get that from the Wayans brothers. He gets that from us.
Well, let me. I'm glad you said that, so I can further, and I want you to listen and let me know what you think about this, because I'm not trying to combat nothing that you're saying, because I feel you all the way to the core. You know from experience, you a comedian, you actually get out there and you do your thing. So let's do this real quick.
Let's do it.
You said Nutty Professor, right? Okay, we're gonna get that up there, and we're gonna do this too. All right.
You got the living color.
And
the white
no
chicks.
doubt.
Yep.
You got white chicks. You got Nutty Professor, Eddie Murphy putting on the fat suits and everything, and he got this whole thing going. Now let's talk about that budget real quick. Do you think Eddie Murphy took the money out of his pocket to do these skits and play these roles? Or do you feel like Hollywood put together a production for him to do his thing and show his talent with multi-characters or whatever?
I think it's both, because you have several producers, which is black, that comes in and actually assists in this production. Like you have Robert Townsend, you have Ken Ivy Wayne, you have all these executives, directors, producers, and writers that assist in these projects. You also have Paul Mooney. You have it's a whole production. And honestly, people don't know this, but Prince gave a lot of these producers, Spike Lee, John Singleton, all these black directors, money for their projects, these movie projects and series projects. You'd be surprised who helps these black projects. Even Issa Rae said she had other people come assist her with her HBO series. You'd be surprised if you have a good content. If you have good content, you never know what doors will open up. Because Issa Rae started off on YouTube. Druski started off on YouTube. Now, just think, if we can get past his little orange monster, how far he gonna go with that?
That's real. And you know what? I'm so glad you said that. You said that there's black people that help the production of black content. Like, prime example, when Nick Cannon had the Cannon's class, you remember he had the podcast with the black fist up in the back. He had Professor Griff Karras, a bunch of conscious brothers come in and speak from a black perspective and everything. But there was only one problem. Nick Cannon was using his platform through a company that may not share his same agenda. He wasn't on board with something that they would want to produce or put out there, especially not in mass, and using his likeness for something like this. They canceled Nick Cannon for that, because if you're going to be on board with a major publication, you got to be on board as far as agenda goes. So when you see the white chicks, you got the Townsends and all these black executives that chime in and chip in on these productions because they know that it's going to get a green light, like white chicks and shit like that. When you look past the comedy and you start to dwell on, the dynamics of it all and the reasonings behind it all, it might not be as lighthearted as you think it is. Even with the Nutty Professor series, a big black family eating chitlins, we got health problems out the ass. I mean, it's funny, but goddamn, diabetes through the roof, heart disease, it's real. But why is this the imagery? We already got enough bad imagery out there. We got NWA, motherfucking minstrel shows. We got all this bad imagery. Why stack more on top of it?
Because niggas support nigga shit.
Thank you. You know what? I appreciate that. Now I can shut up.
Right. I'm a hood chick. I'm from Chicago. You telling me am I gonna watch intellectual or I'm gonna learn British accents, or I'm
I
gonna
love this
learn
lady.
New English, or I'm gonna learn about how to shoot a nigga 15 times with a new fucking gun that's made by a 3D image. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna watch this black man make gasoline out of plastic. It's still hood shit. This nigga got motherfucking dreadlocks. He in the fucking South with goddamn boots on and a doctor jacket making gas. Ain't nobody talking about that shit. But we focusing on Druski shit, but Druski shit is the same motherfucking shit. He from the same South. He from the South. That motherfucker's in Atlanta. And who knows? I bet you some of them skits are done in Tyler Perry studio. And I'm going to tell you something. You never know. Because, you know, Rick Ross Coming to America was made in Rick Ross' motherfucking house, which was Holyfield's old house. Y'all got to know y'all history on these licks out here. Yeah. Black people do help black people, but the consciousness about content is very rare. Long as it's funny and it's intellectual, it's going to hit every fucking time. Because that man that made millions off that. That Magna skit, I bet the Congress, somebody showed Trump and he laughed at that shit and he was like, they're just jealous of you. Nigga, you laughed at that shit. Nigga, you laughed at that shit. Oh, she gained some weight. He probably was motherfucking bagging on.
Hold on, I know you from Chicago, but you done messed up all my monetization with all that cussing. Next time, I know you work in the medical field and everything. The next time you call this show, put a little more professionalism on it, like how you do when you at work. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, this is a professional show, and I get you passionate and everything, you know. But the next time you call, and I want it to be a next time, I desperately want you to call back because you're amazing. I love your content. But, you know, make it seem like you in a professional setting next time because my money gone. You know what I'm saying? I had a plan on making a big old bag of cash. And you just set it up. You just set up my you set my money on fire with all that cussing you doing. So next time, think about that when you call. Don't be doing all that cussing, man. And it's either you in and out, man. Don't be coming in and out my screen door like that. I'm old and I'm tired. I ain't got time for it, man. Act like you got some sense. How old are you, young lady?
I'm 44, baby.
You too old to be cussing and screaming and acting like that, especially in the professional setting. Would you go to work talking like how you been talking on my show?
I'm passionate about my shit.
Be passionate at work like that. Dude, see how long you got a job being passionate like that at work. Because I'm at work. You just blew my money out the damn window. How I'm going to eat? Is you going to hit the Cash App? That's what I need to know. Please hit the Cash App because the YouTube money gone because of you. I kept it clean the whole time until you came along, cussing and screaming and acting ass.
Okay,
I'm tired. I can't even. Matter of fact, I need to take a nap. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a bath and take a nap. Sister, you got to do better. I love you to death.
I will.
And real talk, I love your conversation.
Pray for me.
No doubt, I'm pray for you, baby. All right, you be good, Miss Lips. Hold on, wait a minute. You said your name. Why they call you Miss Lips before I let you go?
Hey, you already said you're in trouble, right?
Uh-oh. Matter of fact, let me get out of here. Yeah, I'm going to holler at you later. I'm going to behave. You behave, and I'm going to behave. All right, I'm going to holler at you later. No doubt, Miss Lips. Yeah. Damn, did she blow She blew a kiss at the end of that, too? See, having the temper ain't never going to do you no favors. I should know that by now. I'm telling her to act her age. I fell out crying like a newborn baby. I need to learn how to talk and deal with people. I was doing good at first. I always got to be a nigga. But that's Negro in or there. We're going to get back to Druski. If I could rewind time, I would have did that a whole lot differently. Druski versus Erica Kirk. That's what's happening. A black man versus a Caucasian woman in America. That's what's going on today. That is never a good look. That is never a good situation for nobody. While y'all sitting up there laughing, your ass might be the target. You ever been minding your business and a truck roll past you and they scream out something and you don't know why they did it? They cut you off in the road and roll past you. You gotta take a deep breath like, oh, what was that all about? That's because they've been listening to the Druski, Erica Kirk bullshit, and your ass just so happened to look like Druski. You a middle-aged mother with 4 kids in the back seat, low cut, sideburns glistening, looking like Druski. They saw you when you got out the car with them booty shorts on. You thought you had on some female coochie cutters. Somebody looking at you, reminiscing on Druski and how it's a war between him and Erica Kirk. While you laughing at his skits. I'll never forget it, man. When Barack Obama became the president, I went to the bank the next day, and that lady behind the counter did not want to give me that money. She didn't want me to have it. She like, man, I'm tired of giving. She didn't want to give me the money. And I was just there the day before to make a deposit. And when I went to get some money out, she was, man, it's sort of like she was depressed. And that him being president had nothing to do with me, bitch. I ain't president. I wouldn't even know where to start. Well, actually I do, but I wouldn't want to go that route. I felt like I was to blame for his success. I don't know that man. Just because he black and I'm black, that don't mean my last name ain't no damn Obama. So Druski going through it, all you big backs out there, y'all need to watch y'all big back. Look.
Get on your feet, boy!
But we serve a just God.
Y'all want to know what this really is? Druski got the black female vote on Smash. And that's a big political resource. That is a great political asset to have the black female vote or be in your favor. That's hard for a lot of niggas to do. It's one or two ways. And Druski figured out one of them. And Boosie figured out the other one. I ain't hating. That's absolutely fine. But for political pull, while y'all following behind Druski in this tug of war, y'all gonna wind up falling in the pit with his ass while you laughing about what's going on. Because it's bigger than Druski. It has everything to do with his fan base, the people that applaud what he got going on, that actually think this stuff is funny. That's the op. And they're using Druski to call your ass out. So her going to Erica Kirk versus Druski is Erica Kirk versus Druski fans or people that even sway to think that what he got going on is funny in some type of way. And if people had to choose, they're going to pick Druski over her the same way. If people had to choose between Trump and Kamala, regardless of what Kamala had going on, you had people willing to ride for Kamala. So I thought, until she lost the election. You never know how people feel secretly. They be talking like, man, forget Trump, man, old orange ass. And then when they get down to the polls and they think about Kamala locking up their little brother or something like that, then, you know, they go ahead, give it to the Trumpster. They won't tell nobody, though. They walk back to the car with a pimp walk, like, yeah, I trumped that shit today. But that's Negro here, no there. It's a lot of phony people in the world. That's all I'm trying to say. It could be profitable to be phony. If you weren't phony, you wouldn't be able to survive. So people got to follow the status quo. You got black folks out there that hate Druski's guts, but for the sake of hip hop, they gonna watch a Druski skit with a mean two-step on it. You just never know. Hell, you never know. Look at this. Druski is a college dropout, like somebody else we know. Once upon a time, we thought he was for the people. Jesus walks. The same way Druski did that Christian skit. The same way he was floating in the sky with the red bottoms with the Christian Dior and got the black vote, Kanye West did the same thing. Who would have thought that he really felt the way he really felt about his own damn people? You wouldn't even imagine in them college dropout days. Druski in his college dropout days, and now he in his dark, twisted fantasy days like Kanye West was. Hold on. Don't he got him an Amber Rose or a Kim Kardashian or something like that on his arm? Look. And the way he do sisters on that damn that show he got, the way he got black women looking on his show, and y'all laughing, hey, just keep on laughing, baby. Cause this motherfucker, he ain't got no love at all. But hey, you know, as long as y'all loving him, maybe that's how it work. If you got love for people, it's a possibility they ain't gonna have no love for you. But as soon as you ain't got no love for them, then maybe that's when they decide they want to kiss your ass. Druski got the cheat code. As far as I could see it, I might be wrong. How long I've been? Okay, I've been on here past the budget. And we ain't getting another call. Yo, y'all let me know what y'all think about it. I don't know everything. All I know is this is over for Druski. They put the green light on his ass. Y'all let me know. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel too. We gonna be back. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. I got so much love for y'all, and y'all be great. No doubt, no doubt. Oh, Engage Gore, man. Thank you so much for hitting me with this information. I wouldn't even have known what the hell was going on, bruh. You the greatest, you the GOAT. And for all the other people out there, hit me up on IG or somewhere. If you got some news, let me know the news so I could give you some love, show you some love too. But right now, the homie Gage Gore holding the crown, y'all. Real talk. Y'all be good out there. I'ma holla at y'all soon. Let me make sure I got everything. Okay, yeah, hand me this. Get my keys. All right, we gone. Cut it off.